Floaty Mirror of Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. Today, you're older than the average duck YouTuber who likes to show makeup on what it looks like on real skin. I normally try to do more natural lights, but because it's been so dark out lately, I've had to resort into some studio lights, but I still wanted to do them in such a way that you can see any flaws or whatever and see how makeup really applies. And look, Wilma, lashes. Anyways, so today we will be talking about the two new latest words are hard. Remember, that's the theme of this channel. Palettes from Lethal Cosmetics. This is the Evergreen palette and this is the Metamorphosis palette. Spoiler alert, I've got this one on my eyes right now and will be the first look of this video. If you'd like to see how I got this look, you're in the right place and you know what you need to do. You need to keep on watching. All right, we're on to our first look with the Metamorphosis palette. I am going to start with these colors that I'm pointing out here. I will name them as I go along, but this is kind of the color palette that I had decided to work on. Hey, look at me coming up with a plan. Who knew that that was possible? So we're going to do my favorite type of winged out look, and then we're starting with the red. This shade is called Predation. I think it's really gorgeous, and it makes for a nice wing. And I'm going to try and get a look that doesn't make me look like I have pink eye, which a lot of times can happen if you're using reds and pinks. So, but yeah, so far so good. Now one of my favorite colors on the planet for eyeshadows, lipsticks, and blushes is orange, and this is the shade Monarch. And it goes on very nicely. I like orange and red together. I also like pink and orange together. I have a dress in that shade before. And then we're just going to go and intensify and then follow up with this shimmer. Okay, so this is Mantis. I cannot even begin to tell you how beautiful this shade is, and it doesn't, the video does not do any type of justice for this shade. It's absolutely stunning. Like, I kept looking at mirrors all day. It was like so nice. And of course it always goes on nice with the finger. It gives just that extra depth. Now let's remove it. Ooh, that's a good wing. How about this one? Nice. Always have that little tabby bit on the end, but hey, not so shabby. So now we're going to work on the bottom lash line, and just what we're doing is we're going to be repeating with Predation and Monarch the shades underneath the eye. Uniformity, you know? Then we're just going to use a bit of a gel liner. This is Harvested. This is from the Teresa is Dead collection. And then once I've put that into my waterline, I'm just using a bit of Predation, and I'm just going to stick that over the gel liner. So that way the colors are consistent, but they don't move out of my waterline. So for the inner eye, it's Ethology. This is such a gorgeous shimmer for the inner corner of the eye. I mean, look at it. So pretty. Goes on nice. These are nice, buttery, smooth shimmers. So we're just going to add a little bit more. We're almost done. And then we can do our base and then talk about what we're thinking. But I think you kind of see by the look of these shadows what I'm thinking. Pretty good, hey? So let's go on to the base. Hey, I'm back. Here is the final look. I have a little voltage liquid lip from Lethal. I decided to also use some blush and highlighter from Lethal. So I used Space Bacon, aka Plan 9, and then some Eviscerate. And these two were, well, this whole palette is actually from the Teresa is Dead, the second collab. So I think it's the Teresa is Lethal? Yes, I think that's what it's called. Because one is Truth is Dead and the other one's Truth is Lethal. Anyways, there we go. The newest one. That. Yeah. I'm old. Don't expect me to remember things. And then I noticed that the shade names are on the back. So I guess I'm going to have to keep this forever because they're not on here. And they are not on here. But that is okay, then they keep them safe. So I'm really liking this palette so far. So this is our look with the Metamorphosis palette. Now, do we want to check out that other one? I think so. Alrighty, on to the next look. Alrighty, yes, now we're on to the next palette. This is the Evergreen palette by Lethal. And what color should I use? I didn't think this one out as much as the other one, but yeah, no, it's gonna be green. But I pointed to the wrong one. It should have been the shade on the other side. So I actually used Wilderness here, and just to make it nice, big, rounded look, using a nice soft brush to get it all foofy and all blended at the same time. Yes. Then we went into the shade Nightless, and that one's a little bit more of a bluer green, and so I just kind of darkened the edge out with it there, and then did some blending. Then we went into Herbivore, which is the lighter green, to go on top again to kind of blend the two shades together, add a little lightness to the top. Plus I wanted to use that green shade. Now let's look at shimmers. So Bio maybe? How about Scarab? Tough choices. This is Hydrosphere or Fauna. But first, let's go into the shade Profusion, just to add some brightness and a little yellow and a base into the front. Kind of does all three there. And then we're going to go do our bottom lash line, just repeating Nightless and Wilderness. And I did use a little bit of Herbivore as well, I believe, in the blending out. I did it a little bit wide, probably because I was using the wrong brush also, and playing with lash glue, but I will finish, fix up the bottom so it's not too raccoony. Then we decided to go with my Selim first for the lightest shimmer up front, and did that over the light green shade. Then we went into Fauna. That was the one that I was liking from before, and we were going to use that on the outer edge as the darker shimmer. So pretty, and of course the finger helps a lot. Yeah, it's a little bit thick on the bottom there. We'll fix it. So then we're going to go into Flutter, and we're going to, of course, do our inner eye, giving it a good spray. And this is a really beautiful shade. I really like this. I think it makes the perfect inner corner, and it goes lovely with all these green shades. So again, we're going to have to do a little bit of a cleanup. Then we're going to do our base. Okay, and we're back, and here is our final look using the Evergreen palette by Lethal Cosmetics. So we ended up using the two dark greens, which is a green, kind of a bluish green, the light green, the yellow, this in the inner corner, and then for shimmers I used these two as well. So basically we just didn't use the blues, the two shades here, and then that one there. So we used about half a palette, I guess. And of course, yes, I did the greens. I was going to use the blue shimmers, but I had done a look with my Be Perfect that was green and blue, so I thought we were just going to go with a green look, and then these two shimmers go amazing together. To finish off my look, I have some of Lethal Cosmetics Liquid Lip in Wasteland. I again used the Plan 9, or aka Space Bacon, as blush, and then I used, instead of using Eviscerate, I used Moon Rock, which was the green highlighter, to go with my green eye look. And then of course my favorite one, which you've seen 1,000 times, green gel liner in the eyes from Lethal as well. So except for base products, basically a full face of Lethal. So there we go. I love this palette. I can't wait to do a green and a blue look. You can actually even do a bit of a neutral look with a bit of shimmer, like a neutral gold maybe. Yeah, I can't wait to play with this. And then of course this duochrome one that kind of goes like a, I don't know, it was like a brown to a reddish type, or purple blue. Like it seems to have a few different reflex. So I think those two would look really well together. So yeah, so there's our second look. That's the last look for today. So we will just go and have a final thought about this collection. And yeah, so okay, so our final look here. So of course the look I'm wearing now is the one I just finished. So this is the Lethal Evergreen palette, and then we have the other one here, and this one was the, just make sure I got it right, yes, Metamorphosis palette. And then this is the one that was more of reds, oranges, yellow. Yeah. This shimmer, I wish it really showed these, or is it this one? No, this one on camera, how beautiful this one. I think this is the one that is called, yeah, I'm going to say Mantis, if I have these in the right order on here, because it would either be Mantis or Monarch, but I think it's Mantis. Anyways, this shade here, I wish I could really have shown how beautiful it was. Like all day I just kept looking at the my eyes because it was just so beautiful. These are both great palettes. I like that you can poke them out as usual and arrange them how you like. These ones, I like how they were arranged. I had one of the last palettes that they released. I moved it around a little bit because I had a little issue with how I like the colors to be. So that is always so thoughtful that you can do that with the Lethal palettes. And yeah, I'm a big fan, as I think everybody knows. And I was very excited to try these. I was heading towards a no buy and wasn't really wanting to buy anything for Black Friday, but then they threw this curveball at me and I caught it, as you can tell. So yeah, again, I'm a huge Lethal fan. This is the amazing Lethal quality that I know and love. So for me, as always, it's a win. It's out of the park. I love it. I'm a fan. I'm a stan, I guess what some people call. But yeah, so there we go. 2 looks playing with the new Lethal collection. I have a feeling I will get plenty of use out of these palettes. Even try and do a look mixing the 2 together. You never know. Anyways, so that's it for me. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. If you do want to hear more from me, hit that notification bell. And as always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.